Hello everybody, it's Proftrof. We're back again with another video. This is the case of Chris Watts part 1. People say this is fire, so let's go.
Drama began shortly after the Frederick Police Department received a call from Nicole Atkinson, the best friend of Shannon Watts. She had arranged to drive Shannon into town that same day for a pregnancy checkup, but there was no answer when she knocked at the door, nor any response to her text messages or phone calls. After noticing her shoes were still at the front door, she became concerned and called 911.
Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on?
So my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend.
All right.
And I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls.
Okay.
I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day are by the front door.
Okay. First off, can we talk about this? This is bugging me. This house is bugging me. Why are they three triangles over here? 1, 2, 3. That is bugging me.
In the front door.
Fuck. I don't know why it bugged me.
How you doing? You seen your neighbors today?
I think they're living in like a house, but there's 2 families in the house. One of them is living on the bottom floor and one on the top floor. I forgot how they call it in America. It's pretty predominant over there. I saw that a lot.
What's Chris's phone number?
Chris's phone number is...
Hey Chris, Officer Coonrod for the police department. Pretty good. So, do you have any idea where your wife is? Right. What my concern is her car's here. They're saying she is diabetic. I don't want her...
Oh.
She's upstairs and can't respond. Okay. About how far out are you? Okay. Alright. He said like 5 minutes.
It's not a sure sign of guilty conduct, yet the fact that Chris made the officer wait for his return would have most likely alerted some minor suspicion. In normal circumstances, a husband receiving a call from the police saying they were concerned about the safety of their pregnant wife and children, in most cases, would have given them permission to immediately kick the door down. It's a truly somber awareness to know that the man's...
Okay, well listen, that would have been me before, but my cousin is making like a new apartment and shit, and he told me how much his door costs, and I'm like, nowadays, listen, a kid is easy to make, okay? A door costs a lot of money.
Stepping out of the car, had only a very short time ago dumped his infant daughter's bodies into an oil tank and buried his pregnant wife in a shallow grave.
Scott, how you doing? How's it going? So this is
Bro,
my vehicle she would have.
Only one that,
can you just dump that info on
The
me?
familiar routine for anyone checking for someone's presence inside a house, whether it be an emergency or otherwise, is to immediately call out to them for instantaneous reassurance. Chris remains silent, but instead feels the need to examine his wife's car before subtly sneaking through the internal garage door. He then disappears for 1 minute and 7 seconds before letting the neighbors and police officer inside. Only Chris will know what he carried out during that time period, but it's safe to assume that his curious behavior was not going unnoticed, made evident by the unsettled gaze of Nicole as he opens the door.
Mind if I come in, Chris?
What is that?
There were multiple key moments captured from inside the house, which may not have been noticed immediately by the officer, but would have no doubt been gathered by forensics upon further investigation. The most overt peculiarity was Chris's interaction with his phone. The guise of his thumb movement would have given the impression he was texting someone, which would have seemed very peculiar, as the normal response would be to frantically call people rather than text given the circumstances. Hindsight gives us a clearer picture of Chris's introversion, which is that he was most likely using his phone to avoid eye contact and progressive dialogue with the officer.
What time do you leave the day?
What time to leave there?
No, here.
Usually between 5:30 and 6.
Alright. And was Shannon here then?
Yes. Yeah, she's still in bed.
Bro, yeah, that's not a man that's worried. That's not the way a man that's worried about his missing children and wife behaves. Damn, bro, at least try to act, you know, like, oh my god, what are they at?
Kids, or you have daycare watch them? Or?
She usually watches the kids if they're not at school.
Okay. You guys have any kind of issues, marital issues, or?
We're going through separation.
How's that going?
It's going
Civil.
Swimmingly currently?
For the most part, or?
Civil my ass.
Additionally, we are presented with the subtle cues of Chris's forethought cover story, being that his wife simply ran off with the kids after a breakdown in the marriage.
All the girls' blankies are gone. Their blankets they sleep with. They
how young were the kids? God damn it, you piece of shit. Okay, listen, I can understand the wife, but the kids, come on, bruh. Like, I mean, I can't really understand it, but I can kind of, you know, you can come to a conclusion how somebody would get to like, oh, I kind of need to kill this bitch to get out of this relationship. People do that, but the kids, come on, bro, you made them, they're yours, part of you.
The rest of Chris's conduct could be analyzed and dissected in various ways,
damn,
and it would be
bro.
easy to pick at certain oddities in body language and link them with signs of guilt. Yet, without the hindsight we have now, his behavior could just as easily be linked with an innocent man who is
Nah, that's not. Listen, the wife, as I said, the wife, I understand. If your kids are missing, you don't behave like that. Nah.
understandably concerned and frantic over the disappearance of his family. His very conservant neighbor, however, had the perceptual advantage of knowing Chris on a semi-personal level, and could analyze his kinesics in a far more accurate manner than the police officer.
You just want to go talk to him? I'm going to get his info real quick. No.
He's never fidgety, he's never...
Right.
Completely honest with you, my wife and I were kind of wondering when she was on vacation if something happened, because I've heard them full out screaming at each other at the top of their lungs, and he gets crazy.
He gets crazy.
That's pretty recently.
Yeah. He doesn't look worried. He looks like he's trying to cover his tracks. He's normally quiet, real subdued. He's over here telling you 3 times what he...
Hey, chill out, detective. Yeah, police, can you hide this dude? He knows shit.
What he did. He's very... He never talks. So the fact that he's over here blabbing his mouth makes me kind of suspicious.
This was just after the moment he had shown both Chris and the officer his surveillance footage of that same morning, capturing only Chris leaving the house after loading multiple unidentified things into his truck.
But yeah, we can pick up cars coming this way. I get anything coming this way and making this turn. So
that's a big ass truck. My God.
So unless they pulled right here, but I would have caught her walking out.
Although not fully incriminating, as Shannon and the kids could have left.
Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that sweat wiping away? You see that shit? Look at him.
Although not fully incriminating, as Shannon and the kids could have left through the back entrance, this was an extremely detrimental piece of evidence, and would have no doubt been extolled by forensics and made Chris an immediate prime suspect. The following day, Chris, for some bizarre reason, agreed to be interviewed by 2 separate news stations, where he came across as extremely unimpassioned and detached from the alarming nature of the situation.
Like, when I got home yesterday, it was like a ghost town. Like, she wasn't here. Kids weren't here. I have no idea like where they went. Right now it's you got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get a scent. If she wasn't here, like where did she go? Like once I got here, it was like, all right, who can I call? I called her 3 times.
Who can I text, you mean?
Her about 3 times just to say, you know, what's going on. Like if she's vanished, like I want her back so bad. I want those kids back so bad. Right now I don't even want to just like throw anything out there. Like I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. Last night I wanted that knock on the door. I wanted to see those kids running just barrel rush me and just give me a hug and knock me on the ground. That's why last night was just horrible. I couldn't do it. I'm hoping that somebody sees something or somebody knows something and comes forward. Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back.
Bro, that's fucking foul. After knowing what he did, him just doing, oh my, ugh. Damn, bro, that's fucking foul.
I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. please bring him back.
This could have been construed as shock trauma, where a person will turn numb and retreat into themselves as a means of escape. Yet the viewers watching this live from home were probably thinking what we as the retrospective audience already know. He was called in for questioning 4 hours later.
That didn't take long. I'm surprised they didn't question him on the first day.
Alright, let's do this. Somebody saw something. Somebody knows where these kids are. And I keep saying kids, I'm sorry. The kids in your life. I know you're going through a lot, so we're not going to keep you here all night. Just tell me exactly what you remember, and I'll take notes about where we can go.
Okay. So, this 1:48 a.m.
Let me switch chairs. Okay. When they come knocking. Alright.
One of the oldest and most commonly used techniques is for the interrogator to sit between the door and the suspect. This is for the purpose of heightening the feelings of isolation and dependence. It's an indirect subliminal message, letting Chris know that the only way out of that room is through the detective. It's an excellent tool for stripping away confidence, thus increasing the telling signs and body language when information is fabricated.
4 a.m. That's when my alarm goes off for work, and I'm just get dressed, brush my teeth, everything I do upstairs.
Okay.
About 4:15, that's when I get back, slide right into bed next to her, and start having a conversation with her about having the house up for sale, and talking about it, like actually proceeding with the separation.
Okay.
And obviously it gets pretty emotional, like we're talking about, like we felt the disconnection was there, like.
So they're still sleeping in one bed after that whole thing, him going crazy. They're still sleeping in the same bed, which is kind of weird.
And trying to stay together, maybe just for the kids' sake, but we're realizing that doing like our homework, it's not, most of the time that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So that's when I got home. I opened the garage door and we went inside the house and looked everywhere. Shanann, Bella, and Celeste, nowhere to be found. Shanann's wedding ring's on her nightstand, her phone's still on the couch, her purse is still there, the medicine for the kids is still there, the car and the car seat is still there. And
wait, if his alibi was gonna be that she ran off with the kids, why the fuck did you leave the purse there? How is she running off with the kids if she didn't take her purse with what?
There's no sign of them anywhere.
Okay.
Can I imagine a shop post information goes to bed at 10 p.m. doesn't
I was just hoping that, I left all the lights on in the house, I was hoping that I'd get a knock on the door. But
yeah,
but nothing happened.
What do you think happened?
Introspective
At first,
provocation.
I really thought maybe she was just at somebody's house, just decompressing.
Just blowing off steam.
Yeah. But after today, like with the onslaught of all the cars, all the police cars, all the news, all the canine units, it's making me lean the other direction about someone took her.
Okay.
But
someone took her. And the kids?
If someone took her, it would have to have been someone she knew.
Oh yeah.
Because
he's trying to convince himself so he can convince the other guys. You see that? You see that when some people like to do that shit when they try and convince themselves of some fucking wild ass stories so they can convince you of it? It's fucking wild, bro.
There's no sign of anything like being disturbed, broken.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's the way I'm leaning now. At first I thought for real she was just decompressing somewhere. I thought she was safe, even though everything in the house was left there. But now it's just after the day with the news crews and everything, it feels more the other direction, and it's freaking me out.
Discussing Shannon's friend circle, work life, phone history, computer history.
On that night, I woke up early that morning, I told her like the disconnection it's there, like it's not going away. Like the connection we had in the beginning, it's not there anymore. It's like I don't feel like the love we have is there anymore.
Okay.
And it's just like.
Was that before or after you killed her?
I mean, if we want to stay together for the kids, I'm not sure if that's going to work. Like
bringing another. What you told him?
Yes.
Okay.
Like having another baby, bringing us into this relationship. Do you think this is going to work with us being together, or separation? I think is going to be the best possible route for us. And that's when like all the crying and everything proceeded, and it was very hard just to talk about that. But I needed to do it face to face.
Okay.
And I needed to see her face like while I did it. I couldn't text, phone, whatever. I needed to be.
I would hope you don't text this shit to somebody that you're in a long-lasting relationship. Hey, you know the kid that you were gonna have in like 5 months? I don't think shit's working for me. I'm just gonna go, okay? Yeah, I would hope you talk to them.
Face and be able to see
What?
her and know that she was gonna be at least reciprocating back to me.
Oh, what did she say?
She said that it was. I mean, it was. She wanted to kind of work on it, but if that's the way I was feeling, then she respects that.
Okay. 1 p.m. I'm now on my way home to check on my.
I mean, even if we didn't know that about the whole, killing and stuff, he seems like he's the problem in this relationship, doesn't he?
Family. Is that just because you're worried based on the conversation with Nicole? Had the police contact you by then?
No.
Okay. I arrived. Sorry, go ahead.
But Nicole said she was probably going to call the cops.
Okay. All right. Now, so it sounds like Nicole's pretty worried. More worried than you.
First confrontation. Sounds like she's more worried than you.
Once she couldn't get anything out of her and nothing was going on at the house, I was like, alright, I gotta go home.
The sharp and sudden change of angle from baseline questioning to direct confrontation would normally make an innocent person refute or at least challenge the statement. There would also be a brief pause, as they would need time to process the allegation due to its perplexity. A guilty individual would already be in a defensive state of mind and would normally respond in a hastily modus. Instead of refuting the remark, they would accept it, but try and explain its actuality in a defensive manner.
But it sounds like Nicole was more worried.
Because they've already thought about it.
Most of if she doesn't text me, I understand that. Like, sometimes that happens.
Okay.
But for her not to get back to her direct sales group, that was very unorthodox.
Okay.
I'm having a hard time understanding what he's saying.
They're at home. Police officers there. Then walk me through that.
So as we go through the house,
Do you immediately go through the house?
I open the garage door and I just go into the house. I'm looking. I just go in the garage door and I'm looking.
Is the police officer saying, "Hey, let me talk to you for a minute"?
No.
That's not what happened.
What's the vibe like?
I go up there, shake his hand, but I'm opening the garage door at the same time.
Okay.
And then I go through, and then they're waiting at the front door. I go in, open that up, and then they come in.
Oh, so they didn't go in the garage door with you? Okay.
Well, they went in the garage. They didn't come in the way I did.
All right. So then.
Because he should. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the minute and 6 seconds, 7 seconds that he was in, doing stuff. I feel like, actually, I don't know why he went in her car to check for shit. Was he looking for stuff?
He knows that. And at 4 o'clock, that's when because the officer, I went over to the neighbor's house to see if he saw anything.
Yeah, and he's getting tangled up. You can tell he's been thinking about this whole thing. So he's in his head, he's structuralized like a defense against this whole he's gonna ask me this, so I'm gonna tell this to this. But it's like a quiz when you just you study real quick, so you forget half of the shit during the whole quiz, or you start mixing them up. I feel like that's what's happening to this guy.
I think it was the officer because he just went over there. And then that's when the neighbor called him back over.
It's very unsincere.
Insincere? Just show him whatever he had. I put motion on it.
Okay. 4 p.m. Police check neighbor security footage and question them as well. Okay. Have we talked about that? Is that where we're okay?
That's where we're at.
Anything else about that?
No, I mean it just shows Nicole dropping her off, but her not walking up, and it shows me loading my truck up about the time that I told you I left.
Is glancing at the camera?
Can we talk about something that's kind of hard to talk about?
Oh shit.
So when I work investigations like this, I have to keep an open mind on everything.
Oh shit. He's gonna start putting pressure on him. Okay.
And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage. And the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord. Okay. So you can understand what I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Plurium interrogationum. Interrogationum. It sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Implication in the form of a question. Ooh.
That's not honestly. I know I've talked to a few of my friends who's like, you know, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know. It's like people that, if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're gonna look at me, especially with the way everything looks. And it honestly just makes me sick to my stomach because this is something that I would never do. Ever.
Yeah.
I know
About
that you have to look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids or my wife. At all.
Motherfucker.
This is what is known as the pause technique. After the suspect answers a question, the interrogator will remain silent while maintaining eye contact. This physical demeanor gives off the subtle cue that he expects more information to be divulged and may already know more than the suspect realizes.
Yo, that's so uncomfortable. Oh,
I'm not sure, like,
I am feeling uncomfortable watching this. God damn.
what I could do, like, to make people believe that, just because if they knew we were having marital discord, they would.
He's over-explaining.
Me, but
he's
there's no way
over-explaining.
I would harm anybody in my family at all.
Oh, he keeps staring at him. Just look. Let's go. 2 hours stare at. Yep, he keeps doing. Fuck me.
I know we were having
Okay.
Discord, and we had that conversation that morning, and then she goes, we have no idea where she is, or the kids. I promise you that I had nothing to do with any of that.
He keeps looking guiltier and guiltier. The more he talks, the guiltier he looks.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm sorry. Absolute truth.
No, that did not sound like a truthful sentence.
A truthful individual will normally respond to this question with a question, such as, "Why are you asking me that?" or "What's going on here?" They will often protest the aggressive nature of the inquisition, or give a short and forceful response.
Because I'm a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me.
I am a very trustworthy Shut the fuck up. What?
They know how I'm a calm person. I'm not an argumentative person.
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem. Chris, you're a little too calm for having your 2 daughters and wife disappear in the blink of an eye. You're absolutely calm, motherfucker. That is the problem.
Person who is never going to be abusive or physical in any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can talk. I mean, you can talk to any of my friends, any of her friends. They know me. They know I'm a low-key guy that's quiet.
The fuck does that even mean? I'm a low-key what? Low-key kill your wife, dump her in an oil field type of guy? Damn, bro.
Not about
yo, can we beat him? Hey, where's my police brutality when we need it? God damn it. Level. Beat his ass. Beat him.
Like, if someone like yells at me, screams at me, I just take it and I just try to get it by the wayside and get it back to where it's a cool conversation to where like none of that gets to that height.
When the teacher says you gotta have 5,000 words in your essay.
I've never been that person.
I love how the interrogator, the less the interrogator says, the more the dude is just burying himself. The more he's just like, okay, is this where I dig my grave? Like, come on, bro. Sigh. Passive disapproval.
Would you take a polygraph? Sure. Okay.
When,
take a little break.
I thought those things were not 100% accurate, right? Polygraphs, lie detector, tester. Oh, she was gonna send pictures.
Look at that picture.
What is that? What is that? This is a picture of.
Got it. Celeste.
I noticed. Look at his head. He has a frog on his head. He has the hairstyle of a frog. I'm sorry, I just noticed that. Why did I just notice that?
She's always the one that's gung ho.
Are you talking about your daughters? Goddamn it, fucking beat his ass, please.
She's either go or sleep. She's always one growling. She's always she's a tiger. Bella. She's
Bet she didn't bite your fucking head off.
One. She's the one that's always, you okay? You okay? You fine? Okay. She's just the sweetest little girl. She's the one that favors me more.
Yeah, this pisses me off.
She's the one that favors Sinan more.
They got the old school clock in the room.
She just wore that dress not too long ago. Unbutton the back of it so I could get her pajamas on. She's like, no, Daddy, button. I got button. I'm not in love with those spaghetti strap dresses. She likes long dresses. She was a girly girl.
Was? Damn, that's a big fucking sign. Fuck. Seeing him talk about them, it pissed me the fuck off. I gotta be completely honest. It fucking triggered the hell out of me. What y'all think? There's a part 2, huh? Okay, we're gonna check. I'll probably check it out tomorrow. I'm very interested in this. God damn, this fucking psychopathic piece of shit. How can you just kill your daughters like this? My God. I mean, listen, the thing with the wife is that a lot of crimes happen like that. Like, they have this whole blown-ass argument. Adrenaline starts pumping. He's angry. Bam, he does the thing. What about the daughters, though? Like, you weren't angry at them. You weren't divorcing them. That's the part that pisses me off the most, because it's like, it's calculated crime or whatever you call it. Like, he thought about it. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do that shit. He thought about it again and again and again. He did that shit. Fuck that guy. Anyway. Tomorrow, second part, okay? A quick thank you to the YouTube members, Patreons. Let me know what y'all think. This is disturbing shit. And yeah, I'll check. I'll see y'all tomorrow.